Hi, welcome back to the Beginning Hacking series. We're going to look at batch files today. So let's go ahead and open up a command prompt. So I'll go Start, Run, and CMD. Now when I go to a command prompt, it takes me directly to my home directory as administrator. I'm logged in as administrator on my virtual machine. Alright, that path is a little bit long. You got the C:\/ documents and settings / administrator. It just takes up space for me. I'm going to choose CD / and go to the root of my C drive. Now I'm going to make a directory called security. So I'll make a directory security. And then we'll CD over to the security directory. Now I'm in security. The first thing we want to understand is what is a batch file. A batch file lets you run commands that you would normally run or that you sometimes run from command line inside of a batch or several commands at once from a single file. So if I say echo hello world, it gets, hello world, like this. So if I want to convert that over to a file, I'll say notepad test01.bat for batch. That BAT stands for batch, B-A-T-C-H. I go in here, create a new file, yes. And I'll say echo hello world. Control S to save. Now I've saved my first batch file. I close it, I type dir, and it shows me that I have test01.bat. Now I type test01.bat, and I press enter. And look at that. Two things it does. One, it shows me exactly what came up on the screen. Echo hello world. Next, it shows me what the result was. So in this case, I see both what the batch file is running and the results of what it just ran. Well, let's go ahead and do this again. Let's do notepad, and we'll say test01.bat, and I'll save this as file, save as test02 in security, test02.bat, and I'm going to put this in quotes. Now it's important that you put it in quotes. If you do not put it in quotes, it will save it as a .txt file. Click, and that'll be a problem. So now we have echo hello world. I'm going to go right here and put a colon hello. This gives us a little bookmark. This gives us somewhere to go back to in our batch file. And then I'll type go to hello. Now what this is going to do is actually print some information on the screen. So from a hacking standpoint, it's going to print too much information to the screen. So I'm going to save, close this, and I'll type test02.bat. I'm going to Control C, yes, terminate the batch job. I hit Control C to terminate, and I typed yes. So we can see everything it does here. We can see it says echo hello world, gives us hello world. Then go to hello, and then back to echo hello world. It's actually printing what's going on inside the program. Well, if we're hacking, we probably don't want that to happen. So I'm going to notepad test2 again. We'll save this as test3. Now I'm going to turn off echo @ which means don't even echo my echo off statement. Then we can put an @ there too if we want to. Hello world. And then go to hello. What I'm doing here with this @ is saying don't echo the echo command. And that @echo off says echo off for all the commands. A little redundant there with the @echo and @echo, but we want to be sure. So now I save this as test3, and you probably can guess what's going to happen. So I do test03, and we just get hello world printed on the screen. Now we can do this with anything. So if I notepad test3, and I change this, let's say file save as test4, I can start calc. So instead of echo hello world, I can start calc.exe, which is calculator. I don't have to change the hello, and I don't have to change the go to hello, because that's just our bookmark. That's just where we're going back to. And so what we'll do is C:\\\Windows System32, I think, calc.exe. I think that's the full path. That's the absolute, not relative path for calc. So I save that, close it, and we'll do test04.bat, and it opens calculator. And it opens one, I close it, there it opens another. Try to go over here, Control C, 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 then go back over here and close it, and it says, do you want to terminate it? Yes, I do. There we go. So that's the intro for how the batch file works and what we do with batch files to get them to maybe do what we want them to do. Next, we're going to cover converting a batch file to an exe file. And that might get rid of our ability to hit Control C from the command prompt. Let's see what happens in the next video.